Well, the steamy air is here. It's going to be very hot and humid on Friday, and we have the chances of some storms here, a couple rounds of them possible. So warming up today, 80s statewide, even upper 80s here in southern Minnesota, some low 90s possible in the western part of the state, and those dew points are up here around 70, so it will feel like it's in the low 90s, even if we don't hit it. But tomorrow, actual highs reach the low 90s with dew points that could be in the low to mid 70s. So the heat index Friday afternoon could be in the triple digits for the Twin Cities and much of southern Minnesota, and even all the way up to Duluth and the North Shore could see some heat indices well into the 90s. So we've got that front that's lifted north, humid air in place, area of low pressure developing in the Dakotas, along with a cool front here. And that weak front is going to be the focus for the best chance of storms Friday night into Saturday morning. But we are going to see the chance of some storms before that main round of action. Today, some isolated storms possible southeastern Minnesota, maybe far northern Minnesota, but in between, most of us will be dry today. We've got a cap moving in. It's that warm air aloft that prevents storms from bubbling up. And we are going to be talking about some severe weather, marginal risk for most of us, but tonight we're going to be looking at mainly western Minnesota, in particular North Dakota, and enhanced risk there. We're going to see storms develop there and then track east. Now there are two scenarios or routes we're looking at. One is the northerly route. Those storms develop in North Dakota, then move through northern Minnesota into the early morning hours tomorrow, largely fizzling out as they move east in terms of severity. But then there is a southerly route. The NAM model develops those storms in North Dakota, but then has them diving south across central and southern Minnesota, maybe even the Twin Cities. Again, we're not talking severe weather here, but the leftover showers and thunderstorms. And if that southerly route happens, that could knock down our temperatures for Friday. So that's what we're going to watch very carefully, that for potential heat advisories or not. Now tonight, the cap, that warm air aloft, is largely in place across central and southern Minnesota. So I think the northerly track is the most favored one. And regardless, the severe threat is mostly in North Dakota, no matter which scenario plays out. That's where we'll see the severe wind gusts, maybe pushing into far northwestern Minnesota. And then during the day tomorrow, steamy, the cap pretty much covers most of the state with that warm air aloft, but cooler air moving into the middle levels will destabilize things as we head into tomorrow night, and that cap will shift to our southeast. So Friday into Friday night, the severe weather threat is starting to expand here. Much of the western half of the state in the slight risk, and northwestern Minnesota in that enhanced risk. That's a level 3 out of 5. And as we mentioned, that cooler air aloft moves in too. So by the time we head into early Saturday, the cap is gone. So storms happening Friday night into Saturday will have no problem as far as those mid-level temperatures. So it looks as though those storms once again develop in the Dakotas Friday evening, tracking east across the state here. This is 11 p.m. on the NAM model, 1 a.m. on the NAM model coming to the Twin Cities. Now this is the fastest of the models. We may be waiting until Saturday morning to see those storms, but just giving you an idea of kind of the layout of those storms, the timing may differ, but generally that coverage looks to be pretty similar in most of the models. And then Saturday into Saturday night, the severe threat shifts to the southeast, southeastern Minnesota into Wisconsin. That's where that front will be. And we're also, of course, watching the instability. A lot of it in the Dakotas today. That's why it'll probably develop in North Dakota. And then, well, we will have lots of energy tomorrow. Again, we're capped in the mid-levels of the atmosphere. And really the severe threat for us in eastern Minnesota, including the Twin Cities, is not real great because of the timing. Storms will either come through early tomorrow or early Saturday. And as you know, the ideal time is late in the day when we have the most energy. We'll be slightly cooler, still 80, still above normal next week, but more importantly, the dew points do drop. It's still going to be sticky. We're not talking about that dry air we saw last week, but we'll go from 70s dew points to low to mid 60s dew points heading into next week. So 87 today, humid, steamy tomorrow, even hotter, even more humid. So it will feel almost 10 degrees warmer tomorrow, even though the actual temperature will be 4 degrees warmer only. But again, the caveat is if we don't see that southerly route of storms, that could knock down our temperatures if we have morning clouds and some showers, of course. Saturday though, Friday night, Saturday, better chance of those more widespread storms. And then we do get a little bit more stable weather. Still the possibility of some isolated thunder chances early next week. Models really differ right now. Tuesday may be looking like the most likely day, but a lot of uncertainty, low confidence in the forecast here past Sunday for early next week.